Happy Saturday, if you watch this on Saturday, or happy whatever day you watch it. I'm I just wanted to show just have a short video. Just had a few things I wanted to show you. Some cards, some recent pickups. Some of it's not pickups so much. It's just some stuff that I had been gifted, that I not from anyone in the community, but from some family members, that I thought I'd show, that have nothing to do with baseball. So if you are here for baseball cards, I will get there. Most of what I'm going to show is baseball, but or at least most of the time that I will spend will be on baseball. But I had to correct that because I'm going to be showing some Star Wars stuff. A couple different people recently have shown some Star Wars things, and I just kind of enjoyed seeing their cards. Justin over at Three Good Nerds, and they're talking about their collection of autograph cards, and just some others. Anyway, so I thought I'd show these. And I promise that this will not be the majority of the time. I'm not going to even look at all these cards, at least not spend much time on them. But this is if you like your cereal stuff, this is Kellogg's. And also, this is Canadian. So this was a Canadian issue Kellogg's. This is a set of 10 stickers and 10 cards. So this is the first 10 are all, well, I'll show you. They look exactly the same on the front, and the backs just look different. So I'll just flip through these real quick for those who are Star Wars fans. I know some of you are. So I grew up with this stuff. This is all, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a little kid. We didn't have a TV growing up, but we had, but we would, my parents just didn't want one in the house. It was nothing, nothing against them. We spent a lot of time playing outside, a lot of time reading books. But anyway, when on birthdays, we would often rent, good old Rent-A-Center. Those of you who are my age know where I'm at number 10 here. I wanted to just show you real quick. So this is the back of the stickers, and this is the back of the cards. So you can see that everything's the same, except that it's just a lot brighter on the cards. So anyway, so we would rent TVs and VCRs, and this is what we would watch every single time. We would get the 3 Star Wars movies, we would get the trilogy, and we would stay up all night and watch it, and then we would watch it again and again, and watch it again and again until we had to take the TV and VCR back. And so so when I was growing up, this was it. And then of course we read all the Star Wars stuff, and we had some of the old Star Wars cards. I have a couple of those, the old ones. But anyway, if you're wondering why there's two, for some reason I have 2 of these, but they're numbered differently. I don't know why. One of them is numbered 6, the other one's numbered 4. But anyway, I thought while I was sharing those Star Wars cards, I would share something else, but something else that was given to me by my mom. But first, let me show this. I've shown this before. This has a bunch of different signatures of people who are either part of the Star Wars movie world or part of the comic book world. So maybe the artists or so forth. This is issue number 1 of Star Wars. Has some pretty cool signatures on here. Harrison Ford, Ian McDormand, who played the Emperor, David Prowse, who is the person inside the costume of Darth Vader. But the reason I'm showing you is because of this one right here. Some of these signatures are on the back, if you care. Actually, for those of you who are into baseball, maybe you prefer seeing the back. It's Street Ball with Rick Barry and Dr. J. If you want to pause and zoom in, you can do that, I suppose. But anyway, this is Peter Mayhew. Peter Mayhew is inside the Chewbacca costume in the original trilogy, and for the brief time he appears in the prequels. And then he's in the costume a little bit in The Force Awakens. Basically, if Chewbacca is sitting or standing or not moving much, that's Peter Mayhew. He was in pretty bad health at the time. So the guy who was in the costume for the most part was Jonas Siotomo. And this is something my mother actually got for me. Last time we were home, she brought this out, and that is his signature across there. It's very cool. So Justin, if you happen to see this, this is not a I know this is not a card, but it's pretty cool anyway. Wouldn't count for your collection, but it's pretty cool in mine. So, all right, no more Star Wars. I promise the rest will be baseball. Although I do have one more oversized product, so I'm pretty excited about that one, to show you that one. I'll save that for last. I was watching a couple month ago, I don't remember. I can't keep track of time. Shane Shoebox Legends was showing some cards, and he was just talking about some cards that he has in his collection that he likes just because of the image. And he showed this Rudy Maioli, and I just, when he showed it, I thought, man, that's such a cool looking card. I want to get that one. And this is not, let's be honest, if you know anything about Shane's collection, this is not Shane approved. It's not centered enough. It looks nicer than some of the others that I found, but I may, who knows, maybe I'll get another one. But anyway, that one's not Shane approved, but I believe this one is. This is the buyback version of the same card. Not any better centered, but man, the buyback. Actually, if I'll have to post a link to it in the about the section of this video. But he recently did a video where he shows his buyback binder. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. It's so cool to see the stuff that he has in there, and this card is one of the ones he has in his binder. So that's number 533. Feel free to take a look. You can find that card on there. Pretty neat. Anyway, so I'm going to a card show next weekend, and it's being put on by a guy who I've gone to his card shop a couple of times now. I showed some cards. My last pickup video, I showed a couple things that I picked up there, but I hadn't really gone planning on spending, so I kind of went back and took a little bit more cash with me, just kind of planning on digging a little bit more. I still didn't spend a lot, but he told me about this card show. I knew about the card show, but wasn't sure I was going to be able to go. Next Saturday, it's my wife's birthday, but she's going to be working, so I'm going to a card show. And then, and so anyway, but I picked up some things at his shop. He just has a lot of nice vintage cards. They're nice looking cards. He has good prices on them, and most of them, I mean, like well over 90% of them are raw. So that's just kind of feeding into what I love the most. So I picked up a few cards. I picked up the 1970 Lou Brock. This was one of his cards that I did not have. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love the backs on these 70s. They're so bright and vibrant. So it's the Lou Brock card. Very nice to get that. Picked up a 68 Juan Marichal. Shout out to Gannon. And Gannon, we love these 68s. You know, I love the way that the blue sky hits that border like that. That's what I love about a lot of these 68s are that way. You get that blue sky background, and the border just looks great. So Juan Marichal. Then a little earlier, 62 early win. I have an early win in my binder, but I wanted to be able to have an option to switch it out. I don't have many 62s. And so this is actually, I think, just my second 62. So I was hoping to get some more. Then the next two, well, the one more that I got there is not a Topps card. It's not a card I was expecting to buy, but I saw it there, and he had I think a $20 price tag on this. And this is a Daily Juice, Roberto Clemente. This shows, by the way, that I am officially a member of the Roberto Clemente fan club. I'm glad to have gotten my Daily Juice confirmation of that. Anyway, this is later in his career, obviously. I think it's a 72, I think is when these came out. But again, I think I paid $20 for this. So if I'm getting a Roberto Clemente, I mean, it's sharp. You can see there's nothing wrong with this card. It is a sharp looking card. If I can get a playing day Clemente that looks like that for $20, I'll do that every day. One more thing to show you. Another pirate you may have heard of if you've seen much of my channel. And this is my oversized. This is a Manny Sanguillen This is a full 8x10. That's a big old piece. I should do. Aaron does such a good job of the overvalue vintage. He does such a good job of focusing in, bringing in. But this is what I love about some of these oversized. I mean, look at that image. It's so crystal clear. Anyway, this is from Arco, which was a gas station in the area, and you could get some of the different pirates. Great backs on these. Like you got some biography here. You've got the stats. You've got of course the pirate there. You even have an amazing frame kit offer. I should probably send in for that at some point. But anyway, just kind of a really cool piece. And if you're trying to do his set registry, which I've looked at his set registry, I'm not sure if I'm going to try to complete it. Now, not grade it, of course, but of course you can go to TCV as well and just kind of look at the cards that they have. But this is one of them, so if you're going to complete them, you have to get the Arco. But it's a pretty cool piece. So very happy to pick that up. Anyway, that's it for today. Just a few pickups, nothing too crazy. Thanks for watching, hanging out with me. I'll see you on the next one.